Hello, and welcome to PoE for Dummies Trading Edition. In this episode, I will try to teach you how to use a third-party tool called Awakened PoE Trade to make your own purchases on Path of Exile, on trading website in the game, and how you could sell your own items. So this video will be split into 4 parts. Now, because I can't remember anything, I have it written down here. Awakened PoE Trade is the first part. Second part is searching for items. Third part is buying those said items. And the last is going to be selling items. So first, to explain Awakened PoE Trade. What you would want to do is you would want to open a browser. You would like to go to like Google or whatever you use for browsing, and you want to type Awakened PoE Trade. The first link should lead you to a GitHub website, which is basically a coding website that people do amazing work on, and you will go here to Awaken PoE Trade. Don't worry, I will have all the links posted in the description just for ease of access. Then you want to you want to scroll down until you find download for Windows and Linux. You want to click that. It will open in the same tab, or if you control click it, it will open in the new tab, and you want to click download for Windows 11. I have already done that, so it has been downloaded, but there is one little thing, requirements. It does not work if the game is in full screen or in languages, specific languages, but it does work if the game is windowed full screen or windowed, because it's a windowed tool, basically. If you don't know how to make your game windowed, press escape, press options, go to graphics, mode, windowed full screen. That's the simple way. Or you can do Alt-Enter, which is an old way. Now, once that's downloaded, it will download in your own folder. For ease of access, I've moved mine in a specific folder. You would double click it, you would open it, you would click next until it installs. It doesn't matter where it installs. It's a very lightweight tool, so nothing to worry about. It's not going to eat your PC. Now, once that is installed, you will open it. So let's say I will show you how to open it. Press Windows button, type in Awaken PoE Trade, or you can use the icon from the desktop, whichever is your preference. When it opens, it's going to show you that it has been opened here in the middle of the screen, in the bottom part of the screen. There it is, in the middle. And once it's running, you can use the commands to open it. The first command is Shift Space, which is a default command to open Awaken PoE Trade. In this one, you can either attach images that you want to have. You can edit them, of course, choose file. You can move them, delete them, hide them, whatever you want. When you go on the cogwheel in top left corner, the cogwheel is going to give you extra options. You will have first option as hotkeys. You can auto hide mode while holding control. This is default. This is all default. I use the default. I don't do any other edits and so on. You can do the overlay. You can set these all up yourself. Stash tab scrolling is of course a thing, but let's continue. Chat. For chat, these are commands to quickly get into your hideout. So if you see someone spamming a button when they enter town and they spam a button, that's the macro. It presses enter, does the / hideout, that's F5. Or exit the game, enter / exit, F9. That's called a logout macro that you would use in some sketchy situations. Because I'm in softcore, I don't use that one. I use it once in a blue moon. When you click on general, you basically choose your font size, the log file, and so on. You can read this all yourself, but one important thing is to click on price check. Every league, when the league starts, this will change. So this league is called Ancestor League, it's 3.22. You want to click Ancestor League if you want to see items from that league, if you're in there. If you're in hardcore, hardcore Ancestor, hardcore regular, standard, ruthless, and so on. Because I'm in Ancestor League, I will use that one. Now, you can show seller names and so on, map check, item info, whatever. You can read through this yourself. Take your time, but this is the basics. I am not going to go into any advanced options here. Now, to search for an item using Awaken PoE Trade, the default command is Control D. So you would mouse over an item, like a fragment of the Hydra, you would control D it, and you would hold control until you move to this rectangle box. Then you can release it, because I have it set up in the basic way to remove it if you move your cursor away from it. And this will show you the price if it is in Chaos Orbs or Divine Orbs. So Chaos Orbs, basically bulk means seller is selling more than a certain amount. For Chaos Orbs, it says 13 Chaos, 14 Chaos for 1 in bulk, while for Divines, it says 1 Divine for 16, 15, 14, however many. It is inverted, so pay attention there. Now, if you want to buy more than one, you would mouse over stock, you would click stock, you would, let's say, type 5, you would press, actually enter doesn't work, you would mouse over the search, and it's going to give you, it should at least give you the stock for there it is, stock here, for how many the seller has. If you want to buy, let's say 50, it will show you only the sellers that have 50 for them and how much they would be. So that's how to search for an item. Now, I will also add in other segments how to buy an item and how to sell an item. Now, one more thing that I want to do before that is, I mentioned in my previous video on making your first 100 Chaos Orbs in a league, and I mentioned a Chronicle of Azoatl, which is basically Alva Temple. I will show you now how to search for an Alva Temple using the trade website. First things first, you need to know what room you're looking for. We are looking for the room, so look in the middle of the screen, a little bit to the left, Jeweler. Jeweler's Workshop, Jewelry Forge, or Glittering Halls. Now that you know its name, you can either write it down or you can remember it. You would go to pathofexile.com, and on the right side there is trade. You would click on the trade, it will open the trade website. Here, don't get confused. The left side is the type and the things that you want for like the specific type and so on, while on the right side where it says stat filters, that's where you input what you are looking for. You can search for items directly. This one is called Chronicle of Azoatl. You would double enter and it will show you any Chronicle on the market. You can click clear to reset your trade. It resets it fully. But let's talk about adding stat filters. So you add stat filters. We said you wanted to buy a jewelry something. You forgot what it was. So you would type in jewel. There's Jeweler's Workshop, Jewelry Forge. Jewelry Forge is tier 2. But what was the tier 3 name? You would go back, you would find it here. Glittering Halls. Okay, so you want to type Glittering Halls. You will click it here. And if you watched any of my previous videos where I've explained Alva and how to do things there, you would actually pick up here in the drop-down menu, Open Room, because that's a connected room. Now, because this is a Chaos Recipe continuation, you would scroll down as this counts as a map. There are these map filters that you want to use. Area level needs to be between level 60 and 74 if you want to hunt for those specific item level types. Those are the drops that will drop from those forges and so on. If you're satisfied with it, you can scroll down, click search, or you can press enter. That's fine. It will give you area level, it will give you other rooms and so on, but there's Glittering Halls. What you want to do is then you want to click Direct Whisper, and it will tell you that the player is AFK. Never mind. Let's go to the next one. You would click Direct Whisper. You will whisper the person. You would choose you would accept, of course, the invite. You would choose your 5 Chaos Orbs by shift clicking and then pressing 5. You can click on the blue swirly to get into their hideout. So once you get into their hideout, you can see that it's great. You click accept, you put in your Chaos Orbs, you mouse over the item, you check it has what you need, you click accept. He has a macro that says thank you. You can right click, whisper player, thanks, and then we can use F5 to move into our hideout. Congratulations, you have successfully bought a Temple of Azoatl. Chronicle of Azoatl. To open it, you just plump it in your map device, you click activate, and then off you go, run, farm your chaos orbs. So that's for buying items, simple items. Let's go over a little bit more complex. How do you buy an item that you would need with your first chaos orbs? Let's say you want to buy an item that has resistances on it. Let's say you want to search for a belt. So you would go to trade website. You would go to the same page here. You would click clear to clear it all. Show filters. On the left side, it will tell you item category. In item category, you want to type in belt if you are searching for a belt. If you're searching for a chest piece, that's body armor, helmet, and so on. For item rarity, you would want to click on a rare. If you're looking for a rare item, that's these yellow items basically, yellow items, which are items that have applied an alchemy orb to them and so on. So you want, let's say, a rare item. Unique ones are items specially designed that cannot be edited. Like, let's say this one. It has specialized stats. They cannot be edited. And you can only change them by using a divine orb, but it only changes the numerical value. I don't suggest doing that, please. Just buy an item that's a rare item. Now, we want to add some stats to it, but we don't know what stats we need. There is one basic thing and one basic rule in Path of Exile for beginners, which is you need to have some life and your resistances need to be capped. That's mandatory. To cap your resistances, you need to put your elemental resistances, fire, cold, lightning, at 75% or above, depending on if you've taken increase maximum elemental resistances on the tree. One close example to Ranger, because I'm playing Ranger, is this node here, which says +1 to maximum cold resistance. Sorry, I have a sale. This is what happens. A person whispers you for a sale. You right-click invite them. You click on the appropriate tab. You take the item. Right-click trade. And you can control-click the item. They give you the appropriate currency. You press accept. You thank them for the trade. T for T means thanks for the trade. And that's it. That was a hell of an expensive item, but okay. I kept my cool there. Anyways, to go back to the rare belt. You want to add some life. Let's say you want life. It will give you two options, pseudo option and explicit option. Pseudo option means on the whole item, it will have life. It can be, if there's a line here, there's usually a line on items that have implicit modifiers. You can see here the yellowish line. The yellowish line shows implicit modifiers, explicit modifiers. Those implicit modifiers are specialized item bases, and for belts you can have like strength, extra life, abyssal socket, and so on. Explicit modifiers are modifiers on the actual item, and those can be changed via crafting and so on. That's for the basics. So let's say you want to find some life. In the beginning of the league, you would click pseudo total maximum life, and let's say you want 50 life. You would type in minimum 50. Don't type in maximum. It's always better to go with minimum than to type in maximum. Maybe there's an item that has one more than maximum, and you may just lose on a good item in that way. Let's add resistances. So you can type in resistance. It will give you, again, a pseudo option, or if you scroll down, it will give you an explicit option. What this is the same thing. You can either choose pseudo or explicit. Because we have pseudo life, we can also choose a pseudo cold fire lightning. You can do that for every single resistance that you want, or what I do, recommend heartily, you would click pseudo plus total elemental resistance %. Let's say you want, that's total by the way. So every item has 3 suffixes, 3 prefixes maximum. We are looking for suffixes because those are resistances. Prefixes are life, as an example. So we are looking for, let's say, 2 or 3 suffixes in the beginning of the league. So you want to say, okay, it's the beginning of the league. How much resistances do I need? Or how many do I need? How many points do I need? Let's say you want 60. 60. You would press enter or you would press search. We don't need to edit anything else. This is the simple way. Press enter. It will show you an item that has total maximum life with an implicit modifier life, explicit modifier life, explicit mana, fire, cold resistance. Let's say it like this. This has 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes. The numbers here are tier of the modifier, and when you mouse over it on the right side, it tells you the name of the tier. This is for level 2 guide, not this level 1 guide, but that's a thing. So let's say we want to buy this. You click the direct whisper, you get your appropriate currency. Let's say you picked up a full tab, but full stack, but how do you split this? You can left click it and then hold shift and click 5 times. You get 5 alchemy orbs, or you can shift click it. You can type in the number 5 and that's it. If a person does not respond, that means they're either busy, they're AFK, and so on. You can always buy the next one. But now, this one, the second one, is a great example of an item that has... Oh, there we go. Thank you. We do the same thing. We left click on the blue swirly. Or if we want to go to their hideout directly, right click, visit hideout. Oh, this one's a really cool hideout, actually. Nice. So the person is going to trade as the item. We will give them their currency. That's it. We click accept. Thank you. That's it. So don't forget to say thank you, or you don't have to. Sometimes people don't even reply. Sometimes I don't even reply. It's completely fine. Nothing to worry about. Now, right click, leave current party, open your inventory with I, and you can see this belt. If you hold Alt, it's going to show you how many prefixes, how many suffixes it has. But this belt is a good example of crafted suffix modifier. So crafted modifiers are modifiers you can add using your crafting bench. You can add prefixes, suffixes, whatever you want. In the beginning of the league, if you buy an item with 2 suffix modifiers, you want to add an additional modifier. Let's say cold resistance. You want to add cold resistance. You would click on cold resistance. You may not have the highest rank at that point because some of these are unlocked in maps. So you would click it, you would click rank 2 or tier 2. Rank 2 is basically here. It's quite the opposite. And you would click craft here instead of replace. So let me show you how to do that. If it has crafted modifiers, you would remove it. Then you would do suffixes. Let's say cold resistance. Click cold resistance. This is the price you will pay. Click craft. And it's going to craft you between minimum and maximum. And that's what you would do for the beginning of the league. That's basically it. And you would equip that item, you would check your resistances. If it's fine, fine. If it's not, you can buy the others. That's the simple way on how you can search for items. Of course, the higher you go with, let's say, resistances, let's get from 60 to 90, sorry, we would have more expensive items. If you go 110, it will go more and more expensive. You can also click on any of these and it will sort you from highest and lowest. So you can always buy it like that. Or by price, click on the price, sort highest, sort lowest, and so on. That's for buying. Now, kind of the difficult part, which is selling items. Unfortunately, selling items is locked between a purchase. At the beginning of the game, you would only have 4 stash tabs. I cannot show you that because I don't have a fresh account. I have an account I have spent money on. All of the purchases, well, most of them, 99% of them, are cosmetic purchases that you can make in Path of Exile that do not influence in any way, shape, or form how your character performs or how your account performs. That 1% is the only thing, which is stash tabs. But it's a free-to-play game. You can always buy the First Blood Supporter Pack, which I warmly suggest you do. So you would type in First Blood Supporter Pack. You would click on their announcements, introducing, and then you would click here to purchase. This pack is $20 US, and it gives you a stash tab. So it gives you your 5th stash tab, a weapon effect, that's some blood, and 200 points. 200 points is equivalent of purchasing $20 worth of points in Path of Exile store. So you can click here, buy points, and so on. If you're on Steam, it's going to open up Steam menu immediately. Now, once you have your points, I suggest waiting for a sale. because their sales are amazing. So you want to open up your shop. You can either mouse over and open the shop down there, or you can press M to open up shop directly. Now, sorry, here you can navigate to stash tabs on the left side, and you can see all of these stash tabs. The only thing that you need to sell your items is called a premium stash tab. So upgrade to premium stash tab. This one is 15 points, or that would be what, $1.50. But if you bought that previous pack to 100 points, that's fine. This one goes down to 10 points on a sale. What this does is you buy a tab, and one of your regular small tabs, 14 by 14 or 12 by 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 by 12, now could be renamed. So you can, let's say, I want to pick up any of my tabs, let's say one empty one, Warlord, whatever. You want to right-click it. So right-click on the tab, you can choose the color and so on. I've chosen this one. You can set the affinity, which is to automatically sort the items in that tab. But the most important part is you can click on public, and you can set each item individually priced, negotiable items, nobody uses that, or exact price on all items. I will show you how that works. If you want every item that you put in the tab to cost 5 chaos, you would set the exact price, you would have a drop-down menu of how much that item is, and you would choose the appropriate price for it. Once you do that, you would click accept, and that will change it into diamond shape, price 5 chaos. There's that. Sometimes you can have like these diamond shaped regular tabs that don't have anything, but yeah, they're just premium tabs. So all of these diamond ones are premium tabs. All of the other ones with the icons are league specific items. So that's for getting those things. But what if you don't want to put a tab that sorts everything for 5 chaos? Let's say I want my sell 1 tab, but every item is a different price, besides some. You would put an item there. Let's say you want to put an item there. The belt I just bought. You right-click an item, there's a note, or you can set negotiable price. Nobody uses that. Exact price or do not index. Do not index means it won't be shown on the Path of Exile website. So you can set exact price, and let's say you want to sell this for 3 Chaos Orbs. 3 drop-down Chaos Orbs. If you want to sell in Divine Orbs, you would choose Divine Orbs, and so on. 3 Chaos Orbs, you press accept, and this item is now going to be 3 Chaos Orbs to sell. If somebody buys it, great, you will get the Chaos Orbs. I've shown you how that works when you are selling an item, or if somebody doesn't buy it after some certain time, you can knock down the price. What I do, I put these from 20, I put them into 10, into 5, into 4, and so on. That's basically it for this video guide. This is a little bit of a longer guide split into 4 segments. So once again, Awakened PoE Trade, how to use it, how to download it. Second part, searching for items on the market. Third part, buying items. And fourth part, selling items. That's how I would use it, and that's the simple way how you can use Path of Exile's tool, third-party tool called Awakened PoE Trade, to show you, or to actually, to make it easier for you to buy items. You can, of course, search the items on the market. Of course, if you don't want to spend any money on the game, I will also add an additional option, which is enter, and you can do trade. You can do trade chat. So in trade chat is default shift 4, which is a dollar symbol. Shift 4, it inputs trade, and then you can type in want to sell this and this. So this one, want to sell 4 times 4x, DD, Lethal Pride, Timeless Jewel, 20 Divines. So people do use this one, not that often, because this is trade channel 38. You can go / join trade 77, whatever, but that's quite rare. So I suggest waiting for the stash tab sale, buy the first blood pack. This game will give you way more entertainment than just $20 like other games which don't have trading and so on. But yes, that will be it for this video. If you have any comments, feel free to post them down below. I will post all the links, what I've done here, in the description itself as usual. If you like the video, please give it a like. Please do sub if you don't mind. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this was a very simple one, and I will see you in the next video.